So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom, and I'm back on the test server again, looking at the I guess the main feature of this new 9.17.1 test server, and that is the new German tank line, well, sort of tank line, and changes to the existing heavy tank line. So Wargaming have fiddled around basically. Let's have a look at the tech tree. Oops, a bit slow to load in. So currently, if you have on the existing live server, from the Tiger P you go into the VK4502, which then goes into the 4502B, that then goes to the mouse. Now they've changed that, as you can see. So now the Tiger P is actually a really important tank in terms of where you go now. So the Tiger P leads into the Ferdinand, still into the VK4502 A, but also now into a new tank, the VK10001P, which then leads into the Mauschen, which is the mini mouse, and then leads to the mouse. The other line goes through the 4502 A, through the B, to this new one, which is, well, sort of new one, which is the Panzer Kampfwagen 7. Now this used to be a Clan Wars reward tank, which basically they took away and have made a tier 10 now and changed the gun, but pretty much is the same model. So I imagine people who worked hard to get that in the Clan Wars are not terribly happy about that, but hey ho, such is life. If you can't take a joke, don't play World of Tanks. So the mouse has had quite a lot of buffing around its, well, basically around its accuracy and loading and all sorts of things. You have the mini mouse. You can see the family similarities. Look at that, mouse and the mini mouse. The mini mouse is at tier 9. It was originally tested out on the super test server, found to be completely OP because the armor was pretty much the same as the standard mouse. And imagine trying to kill that with a tier 7 tank. They've now reduced it somewhat, but it still looks to be quite an interesting vehicle. And then the tier 8 version, which is this thing. So you can see the similarities. These are all big, heavy German assault tanks, really. Look like they'll all be ideally suited to being in, in a city environment. Slow moving, heavily armored, pretty big guns. That's the feature of this line. The Panzer Kampfwagen 7, I have to call it something different. I don't want to call this. This is the thing that used to be a Clan Wars tank, has now been modified and put into the tech tree as a tier 10, the alternative to the mouse. And the rationale they used with this was that if you head from this one, which is the one nobody plays, the Panzer 4502B, it's a very similar playstyle to this tier 10, whereas when you went from that previously then into a mouse, they're very different. So that's the rationale for doing this. So anyway, those are the new tanks in the game, and they've all, well, the existing ones have had a buff, so the mouse has had a buff, but we're not going to have a look at that. We're going to try out the tier 10, the other tier 10 first of all, and see what it's like. So looking at the gun, it's using 128mm 3.75 round per minute, 258 standard penetration with AP, 330 with APCR, and 65 with HE. 560 average damage is pretty useful. Damage per minute with no crew or anything in this is 2100. That's very good. Dispersion is pretty awful, 0.35. Well, it's not awful, but it's not great. Aim time is awful, 2.5. So in your face kind of tank. So can it take the punishment? Well, turret's not bad. That's 200mm of frontal turret armor, and it's very rounded, and that gun mantle looks fantastically good. Look at some of the other armor stats here. So 2,500 hit points, 240 hull armor, and it's not bad. It's not bad angled. Lower plate looks a bit flat, but don't know how good that is. We'll have to see. 160 at the side is very, very good. So side scraping is definitely possible in this thing. 120 at the rear. So basically, it's a very, very armoured beastie. Mobility wise, it weighs 120 tons. Doesn't look that big, but it is a big thing. 1,200 horsepower engine, only a 10 power ratio, so it's sluggish. 33 miles kph top speed, 15 in reverse, and traverse speed of the hull is 25 degrees per second, which actually isn't as bad as you'd imagine. Concealment doesn't have any. 400 view range? Really? You're kidding me. They've got to do something about the spotting range of heavy tanks in this game. It's just ridiculous. There's no way that heavy tanks should have the same kind of view range that light tanks do. It negates the whole point of light tanks. Oh well, whatever. So, there we go. This is the Brutie. So let me equip it and we'll take it out and see what we can do with it. Okay, so that's it equipped. I've put gun ram, obviously. I've put vertical stabilizers because that helps pretty much every time when you're moving, and I put vents because that helps everything all round. I've got my Tiger 2 crew in here, which have brothers in arms, so that will help everything as well. So let's go and see if we can get some games. Test server's a bit hit or miss because you don't know who's going to be on there and the standard of play, but also people tend to spam premium shells all the time because it doesn't cost them any money. Okay, so let's take this bad boy out. It's funny how the test server seems to have settled down into its usual pattern. First few days used to get people trying out different tanks and the new tanks and tier 8s and what have you. Now everyone's just playing 10s, that's it. Those guys in the VKPs, I mean, it's a nice tank, but you can't try it out on the test server because every time you get a game like this, they've got 13 heavies to go up against. 13 tier 10s, sorry, to go up against. Good luck in a tier 8 going up against a whole load of tier 10. Yeah, it doesn't get preferential matchmaking the VK, but then you're not going to face 13. You're just not in a real server, unless you choose to platoon up with somebody who is a tier 10 or something. There we go. Oh, this is wow, some serious German steel moving forward here. Jagdpanther E100, a Maus, and another Jagdpanther E100, and this Panzer 7. Oh, and there's the E100, there's the VK. Trying not to squeeze you out, mate, but you're not helping very much. Am I quicker than Maus? I don't think so. When we get to this corner, there's not going to be any room. Yeah, I'm going to turn around and fight those guys up there. I like this gun. I like this tank. So we can get, oh, heat shell. Heat shell, APCR shell this time. Again, it's like I'm firing up at a whole load of... Now I found something. Well, can't beat them, join them. Not a snipey tank, that is for sure. How did that miss him? Oh my word, don't know how that missed him. Right, we're going to push on the P now. Ow! Good shot there, Mr. Man. I missed him. Big spot that one. Oh, really? Wow, this is not an accurate gun. Firing on the move under the lower blade. I like this tank, this is going to be fun to attend. So yeah, I think that's going to be a fun tier 10. I'm not great at tier 10 heavies, but that was it's quite a forgiving vehicle. Surprisingly quick. So third class, Fire for Effect and Hand of God. What's this numbers here? Don't know what that means. 3,292 damage, 1 kill for 852 base XP. Fired 12 shots, hit with 8 of them, penned with 6 for that 3,000 damage. Blocked 2,000, which isn't bad really. It's you know, lots of gold flying around. 50,000 credits after costs, 12,000. 1,278 experience times 2 for the day. So yeah, I think this thing is going to be a really good tier 10. I saw people moaning, as they always do, on the Facebook groups I'm a member of, that this could be the mantlet can be penned very easily. But you remember, everybody's firing gold on the test server. When you get to the real thing, yes, people fire gold, but it's not quite, well, in most cases it's not quite as prevalent. Excuse me. Plus, of course, you will find that in these tier 10 games, it's a very heavy tier 10 game. You'll get loads and loads of tier 10s, whereas on the real server you probably will only have half the platoon, maybe half the team tier 10s. The rest will be lower tier, and then this thing will absolutely brutalise things. Although I did get penned by that VK 100, so good on him. And he didn't fire premium, so he must have hit me in the lower plate. I'm not sure where else. Anyway, that's the Panzer Kampfwagen 7, the Panzer 7 as everyone seems to be calling it. Looks to be a doozy. Really like the look of this. Really looking forward to getting that far and unlocking it. So let me know what you think down below. Have you got onto the test server? You fought your way through the heaving... I've never known a test server that's been so difficult to get onto at times. I went on Sunday night, and I was in a queue of like 3,000th person in the queue, and it's like, what? And I sat there for a while, and half an hour, still 2,900 or something, so I just gave up and went and played on the real server. I've never known a test server so busy. I don't know whether they've just not put as many resources into it in terms of how many people can use it, or whether it generally just is that popular. But anyway, if you have got on, let me know what you think of these new German tanks. Love to know. I think there's some really good ones here. Haven't even tried the Mauschen or the Maus yet. The VK100 looks fun, but if I could ever get matchmaking that allows it to actually fight like it will do on the real server, this thing looks like a real bruiser, absolute bruiser. It makes all the hassle of driving through the VK4502A worth it, because I know that the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow after the 4502B will be this thing, and both of those tanks look great fun. So anyway, thanks for watching. Enjoy your games, have fun. This has been Gamer Dom. Remember, it's not for real, it's just a game. We're just playing with pixels. And enjoy yourself, and try not to take it too seriously, and I'll see you again soon. Gamer Dom out.